The Canary Islands doesn't want tourism. Well, if you read the local press and believe the stuff that they're spinning, you're going to get worried about your holiday, whether you're visiting Tenerife, Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria. The mainstream media's propaganda is causing many problems in the Canary Islands. And it's not that Canary Island people do not want tourism. They want a few things, but it's not for you lot not to come on holiday. If you listen to what you're reading in the press or watching on the news, you're going to get worried. I get loads of emails and messages from real worried people that have booked their holidays and have something to look forward to, but are being pushed with this agenda, which is saying that the Canary Islands is not safe and that you're going to be sitting on the beach and people are going to be coming and throwing sand on you and doing all sorts. There have been a few protests, but I'm about to put the record straight and go and speak to real people on holiday and see exactly what's going on. I've done this already, but I'll do it again so that we can get the truth. Come on, let's go. So let's get the main points across before I head out and speak to real people and show you some of the signs that are going up here in Lanzarote, which actually say, we love tourism. In fact, you're going to see after this video that the only thing you are going to see is a protest that Lanzarote loves tourism rather than the other way around. So what exactly is going on? Well, like everywhere around the world, there are a lot of problems. We know this, and it's no different here in the Canary Islands. And we have seen an influx of tourism. The problem with the local people here is the housing. That's the main problem. The fact is that it's very difficult to find somewhere to live affordable. Why? Because a lot of people are renting out their accommodation to you people that are coming on holiday. Now, it's all very well renting out a holiday home, which is designed for a holiday. But for a lot of people that own flats and houses in what would be considered a rural destination or a city destination, these are also being rented out as holiday homes as well, meaning that the local people have nothing to rent, let alone buy. This is a major problem. Now, I can see both parts of the argument from a landlord point of view as well. If you own a property, it's very easy to rent it out to tourists. They're here for a week or two, they leave. The chances of them damaging the property badly is very slim, and well, they've already paid to be there. If you rent to somebody else, well, there are laws in place that allow people not to pay rent for a very long time, and it's very difficult to evict people if they're not paying the rent. It's that bad that if somebody takes possession of your property and squats there, well, it's going to take you at least 2 years to get them out. So you can understand why landlords are renting to tourists. More money, a lot more security. So is the problem really with the landlords? Is the problem really with the tourism? Or is the problem really with the government, like everywhere else in the world? Let's go and speak to real people on holiday and put your mind at rest that you're not going to get any problems with protesters here on any of the Canary Islands. Let's go.
We've seen the protests going by last Sunday.
It was very small, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very small, but like, you know, they weren't giving out or anything.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But what the press are doing is they're putting pictures on of like people on the beach and like people coming and kicking sand on them and all sorts. So
anything like that.
Exactly.
Not wanting, felt so safe.
And you said the exact word, propaganda.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's madness.
Yeah,
so what would you say to people that are reading the news and worrying?
Come over here, not worry about it at all.
Exactly.
It's all lies.
There you go. She knows the score. Yeah. In the newspapers back home and on the news, they're all saying about the protests, aren't they? So they're saying that. Have you seen anything?
Nothing at all.
No. Have you seen the signs that say we love tourism? Yeah. So it's completely the other way around. Whereas you're seeing more we love tourism than tourists go home.
They're fantastic. They're so friendly as well.
Yeah.
They're amazingly friendly.
There you go.
For about 10 years.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Lanzarote legends then. Yeah. So you can see so far there has been absolutely no problems, and the small protest that happened last week in Puerto del Carmen was in fact that, very small. I have done a full video of the big protest when all of this started in Arrecife, where we asked everybody on that protest, what is it that you're protesting about? And not one of them actually said it was against tourism. So there you go. Well, look, today I'm asking people, have you seen any negative sort of anti-tourism nonsense here in Lanzarote? So you've not seen anything. The only thing you've seen is we love tourism. You haven't seen we don't want tourism. Exactly. So what would you say to people, because I get a lot of messages from people that are worried about coming on holiday?
We've been here 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid to go anywhere else.
So ignore the press, basically.
Our favourite place in the whole world, I have to say.
There you go. Well, it's always a popular with the Irish, especially Puerto del Carmen. Now, I've lived in the Canary Islands for 20 years. I'm from England and I have a British passport. I consider myself a visitor to these islands. So if the locals want something, I completely and utterly back them. But there now seems to be two parts. Those that say we don't want tourism, which is a very, very small minority. In fact, we could class it into three parts. The very small minority that are actually saying that, the large minority that are saying, of course we want tourism. That's what the islands are all about. They're all about tourists. And then there's those now that are starting a campaign and a march in saying, listen, we love tourism, bring more tourism, this is what we need. But there has to be infrastructure in place in order for the island to survive, and affordable housing and wages where people can afford to rent. At the moment, the average wage is around €1,500, and to rent an accommodation can be anything up to €1,200. So imagine how much money you've got left after just paying your rent and your utilities. I'm afraid it is the same around the world. If you live in the UK in a tourist destination, well, you know, and let me know in the comments, it is the same. There is nowhere for people to live. This is a worldwide problem. It isn't a Canary Island problem. It's just the Canary Islands are very small islands and it has a more of a negative effect. Have you seen any sort of negative things? Nothing, no anti-tourism? See, it's all nonsense, isn't it?
Brilliant.
What would you say to people that are reading in the newspapers and panicking? Exactly. Right. Well, enjoy.
Mr TravelON.
There you go. And enjoy that coffee. Look, with all that cream on. Happy days. I'll see you later. Lovely to meet you. We live in a time now where it's difficult to believe anything that you see, isn't it? You don't know what's the truth with social media. But I also think with artificial intelligence, there are a lot of images that are in the press, which I've seen, which to me look very staged or created. I'm not saying they are, but they do look very strange, don't they? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Surely they're not real photos. So you've seen all the signs in the windows that says Lanzarote loves tourism.
Yes.
Have you seen any negative signs? No. Anybody saying, has anybody come up to you and said,
no,
go home, we don't want you?
No, it's a load of rubbish.
It's a load of rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you see it in the newspapers though?
Yeah, I'm not so.
So what do you say to people that see it to ignore it?
No, ignore it.
It's all nonsense, isn't it?
No, just...
They use the word propaganda, they say, John.
Yeah.
So look, these are the stickers that people are putting up, look. And these say, Lanzarote loves tourism. And these are in a lot of the bars and restaurants, look. So there you go. I can't offer you more than speaking to real people that are in the Canary Islands on holiday to put your mind at rest, that you're not going to see any negativity. If you do see a march, it will be a peaceful march. It is not against you. It's against a lot of other different things. Affordable housing, like I've said, and the fact that they're building more and more big hotels, which possibly haven't got licenses, rather than building houses for people to live. So let me know in the comments, have I put your mind at rest? Do you still have questions? Will you come to the Canary Islands or will you go somewhere else? It's an open debate. We welcome any comments that you have. Please have a look at the other videos that I've done on the protests here in the Canary Islands, where I speak to even more people that live here and people that are protesting and ask them just what it's all about. And you will see why they are doing it, and I totally get behind them. The world is a bit of a messed up place at the moment, and there's a lot of things that need to change, and unless we all stand up and say we want this to change, then it's not going to. The last thing we want is to be pushed into different directions and different opinions where we're all fighting against each other rather than fighting against the people that are causing the problems. This is what they want, so please wake up. Open your eyes, don't listen to everything that you hear. Do your own research, watch real people like me and speak to real people. If you've got any questions on travel in general, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try and answer all of your comments and your private messages. I'll see you in the next video and hopefully this will all be put to bed. And like they say on all the stickers and posters that you will see in the Canary Islands loves tourism. Welcome to the islands, welcome to the sun. you are going to have a fantastic holiday, whether it be this winter or summer 2025. Can you believe how fast time is going? I'll see you later. Stay safe, keep smiling, and don't listen to everything you read or see on the internet. See you later.